Hi, my name is Chris Dixon. This is Founder Stories. Today we have Max Haot, the co-founder of Livestream. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So what does Livestream do?
So Livestream, we're the leading live video platform and destination. So we both help event owners of any size. Right now we have Occupy Wall Street on the activist side, all the way to all big conference. Right now we have PopTech. We had the Science Fair, World Science Fair on the platform. We have also a lot of artists, celebrities, hundreds of concerts using it every day to basically extend live event, extend physical event online and on mobile phone. They use our platform to do it.
And they do it either through private label, so they pay you, or they do it through an ad-supported model?
Yeah, we have a freemium model, so you can start a channel and go live. We give you all the tools. And then we have a premium model with a few thousand customers using that, where they can remove the ads and access more features. And primarily, they're event owners, and they don't necessarily have a sponsor to pay for the live stream. They look at it as marketing to extend the reach of the event. So if you take F8 that we did at the end of September, there were about 1,200 people physically in San Francisco at F8. And during Mark Zuckerberg's speech, we reached a peak concurrent view of 110,000 concurrent viewers, and a total number of viewers over the 6 hours or 7 hours of the thing of 600,000. So you're looking at a factor of, it could be, 600x what you're physically there. And if you think about the room, it was so big, it's like a gigantic multiple stadiums that have access to the event and are able to engage. So that's the main reason why, event owners are doing it, is to tap into that extension of the physical event.
And can you give us some sense of the scale of your business?
Yeah, so we have, in terms of producers, so these are people broadcasting on live stream every month. We've signed up millions, but we have 100,000 active monthly producers. And then in terms of viewers, we reach about 30 million unique viewers a month globally every month, and that's growing very rapidly, basically.
What about like revenues and people and?
People, we have office in New York, office in LA, and then also engineering office in Ukraine and India. They're wholly owned subsidiary, and it's not like an outsourced deal as our offices. So it's 120 people, the whole company. This year we just near break even as a company. We're losing, just slightly under $1 million, and our revenue will be at about $12.5 million for this year. So with 100% year-on-year growth from previous year. And we've always had more of a focus, and to be honest, it's a lot of our funding situation that made us do that, but a lot more of a focus on revenue rather than the luxury of somebody like Twitter that can just focus on growth and then turn on monetization later.
And so how did you get things started, and maybe talk, if you could, about how you financed things initially?
Yeah, we founded the company at the end of 2006, early 2007.
So it had a different name then?
Yeah, the vision was different. The first job was to find a founding team. My three co-founders, one is in India, one our chief architect and our chief product officer, Phil and Mark in New York. So that was the first job. And at first I made an exit of a product that I owned some equity. It was in a different company that we sold to Verizon, for MCI that became Verizon. And that's how I moved from London to New York and made a little bit of money from that transaction. So when it was time to basically start my own company that a lot of people dream of doing, it wasn't just a matter of having a clear vision, I need to leave to do that. It was more, it's time to do my own company. And my background has been in video and in the internet, for 15 years before that. So it was very obvious to kind of try to find the idea, and Livestream came about. So we basically put the founding team together. Originally, I was bootstrapping it with a few $100,000 of my own money. We put a prototype together. And at that time, the name was, you were touching on it, was Mogulus. And we had the right product, but the wrong vision. And the vision was to help bloggers create 24/7 live TV station. And it turned out that...
So the product was still live video?
Same product, so it's not like we did a pivot or whatever, but...
just the wrong application, you think?
And as we were in beta, we realized, bloggers don't really have the resource, the monetization, the content, the audience, so they would try and it would stop. But then every time an event used the platform, it was very successful, it made sense, and it would keep happening every time and over. So we founded a company, we'll go back to the name change, but from the prototype, we were lucky enough to raise a first $1 million within 2 months.
Was that VC or angel?
It was actually basically a friend that is in a hedge fund that is also an angel investor. So at that size, you could call it a super angel that invested in early 2008. So we immediately scaled it a little bit, carried on. We raised then another $1 million at the end of 2007, that same year, from another group of private European investor, and another 500,000 from a few smaller investors that are not on the board. And we went our merry way in, launching Mogulus at the time and growing and competing. And then
you were competing at the time, what, Ustream? Or?
Yeah, Ustream. It's very funny or coincidentally, the week we launched, Ustream launched. And we had no idea that we were two companies trying to achieve the same thing with slightly different twists in features and objective. But that tells you that an idea is ripe when that just happened out of nowhere.
It's funny how that happens. Like some people think it's because they talked to the VCs and the VCs stole their idea, but actually, I think that rarely happens. And what often happens is just sort of an idea's in the air.
It's out there,
and it just for whatever reason the timing.
And
is
it's
right.
really on the back of YouTube and Flash embedding, and the basically Flash, which we all started as not only a viewer but as an encoder, made it very easy to start a company like Livestream or Ustream because they provided all the technology. All you had to build is the UI in the service. So I think that. That had a lot to do with it, the success of YouTube, the real-time web.
There's also
was
Justin
starting.
TV, right?
Yeah, Justin TV, definitely at the same time as well. It's been very interesting.
But they're more of a peer-to-peer model or something?
No, same model.
But don't they have like, I know that sometimes they maybe don't police their content as much? Or
yeah,
something?
that's an interesting different topic, but they're Y Combinator funded and they started at the same time.